Week 5 of the NFL could not be any better than this as Aaron Rodgers returns to the lineup tonight to face Dylan Murray and the Denver Broncos in a Super Bowl 32 reunion on NBC's Sunday Night Football. Last week, both of these teams had experienced two entirely different games. Last week on Sunday Night Football, the Broncos ran over Ezekiel Elliott and the Dallas Cowboys 35-3. However, for the Packers in Pittsburgh last week, James Conner had himself quite the game. However, the Packers were 3 points short of a late game kick that would have sent the game into overtime.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL.
As we'll take you to Denver, Colorado tonight.
We've got what ought to be a great matchup.
A rematch of Super Bowl 32, right down to the uniforms.
With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountain, standing by in Denver.
On a wet Sunday night, rain a factor in the forecast. I think these two quarterbacks are going to be passing quite a lot tonight. As Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, Chris Harris and the Broncos getting ready to come out of the tunnel. On wet Sunday night, the Broncos have Packers did win the toss, so they will receive. We will be seeing Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay offense up first as we are underway here in Denver. As it's right to the end zone for a touchback. Davis tried to return it. As you see, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers offense coming onto the field. Aaron Rodgers, after having a shortened 2017 campaign, see his stats with a 16-6 touchdown interception ratio. Granted, that was after he lost. This season came to an end after a injury in a Minnesota Vikings game. And Aaron Jones is going to start the game with a huge game. 22 yards. Packers setting the tone real early in this game. Vance Joseph, well, he's not happy. First play, 47, 22 yards for Aaron Jones, and it took 3 people to bring him down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Empty set for Rodgers. He's going to run it, and Brandon Marshall will be there on the stop. Here is the Green Bay offense. Tonight we'll be highlighting Randall Cobb, number 18. This evening with our Mic'd Up, with NBC's Mic'd Up, presented by the new streaming service Peacock. 2nd down and 10. And Chubb with another big stop on that play. Out of nowhere on the blitz, he just shot like a cannon. Watch this. Able to muscle the O-line. The first-round draft choice for the Denver Broncos in 2018, Bradley Chubb. He's definitely been worth the price of admission so far. As the Broncos see them moving into a nickel formation. And Rodgers gets hit as he throws and goes to his running back. which is complete for 8. That will make it 4th down as we get ready for a punt. Scott to put it in the air, and it's going to pin him right at the 3-yard line. Combine that with the rain tonight, and surprised it didn't plant on the turf. So we take a look at the Denver offense tonight for the first time. Defense held strong early. Yeah, Cortland Sutton and Emmanuel Sanders out wide. Undrafted kid, Philip Lindsay in the backfield. Oh, and it's a safety to start the game for the Broncos. How he... Wow. That's just not being aware. That is just not being aware of your surroundings right there. As he's going to kick it all the way out of the end zone for a touchback. Haven't seen a lot of Cody Wadman this year. So the Packers get a free 2-point lead to start the game.
Guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer. Create space for our runners.
We get ready for more Denver defense. As Jones gets probably 3 on the play before being brought down by Josie Jewell. As we take a look at the Broncos defense tonight, we'll be highlighting the All-Pro number 2 pick from 2011 inside NFL Draft, Von Miller.
And you have to trust your eyes and make sure that they're in the right place. Otherwise, you get fooled easily in that spot.
Second down and 5. As Jones will get slammed to the deck for the first down.
When they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football, and I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down and 10 for the Packers.
Ball up to the 35 now as
they continue a base-oriented defense. He's stuffing them. And that would be Darian Stewart, who stops him again for a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
This big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So, 2 minutes left in the first quarter. He's calling an audible. Rodgers did not like what he saw. And he's going to run it again and bowled over. Oh, wow, that's a hit. Darian Stewart just got clobbered by Aaron Jones on that play. And he's credited with the tackle. Oh, he trucked him. Some hard contact there.
It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So 1st and 10 after a interesting start at midfield for the... Oh, ball's out. And it's picked up by the Broncos. Von Miller recovered the ball after Chris Harris laid a hard hit on Jimmy Graham. Truck stick. And Von Miller comes in to pick it up. That is a hard hit. Watch this. Boom. And here's Dylan Murway back out on the field. Definitely would love to not have another safety.
The change up is the first quarter. Might take a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
As that is Lindsey trying to squeeze his way through for 6 yards in the play. Jair Alexander there on the stop.
Those kind of runs, they got to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So. Second and short for the Broncos. Murway, bullet pass to Jake Plutt, who gets the first down after a 22-yard gain. 10 yards after contact. That's the first down for the Broncos. With 6 seconds left in the quarter. And Lindsey wide open. Up the middle, first down. And that will be quarter number 1. That'll be the end to what was a rather interesting start this evening.
Only one score in the first quarter, and it came from the defense. 2-0 is our score. Charles and I back to Denver after this.
The NFL on EA Sports.
NBC's Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Gatorade. Sports
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Second down, first down from the 20. Lindsey fires, and it is caught by Jake Butt, who fights all the way to the 1-yard line. Murway scrambling, trucks, he's getting pinned around there. So that will be 2nd and goal after a bit of a breakdown the play. And back to the line they go. Murway throws out of the end zone almost. Incomplete. That would be Clay Matthews on the coverage.
See a quarterback of this caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open. Got the
3rd down and goal.
We talk about going to want that one back all the time. He definitely wins.
Murway. And he gets dropped at the 12. Muhammad Wilkerson from the 3 on a massive blitz will lead to 4th down for a rather shaky start for the Denver offense. And McManus will go for 3 points. As you can see, the weather really starting to pick up and possibly a little issue for the offense, as the score now sits 3-2 Denver. McManus will kick it. And Davis to return. To the 24. Brought down by Shaquille Barrett. With Jamal Williams going on in the field. Haven't seen a whole lot from him tonight so far in the first couple of drives after having the defensive safety. Could be interesting. And it is caught. He definitely fought it with Roby. So second down and 3 for Marquise Valdez-Scantling. Gerard Allison. So that'd be Bradley Roby here on the stop.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Rodgers with Jones in the backfield. And he will be dropped right at the 35-yard line. First down and 10 for Green Bay.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now.
The ball is at the 35. As it is caught by Jimmy Graham, leaping across all the way into Bronco territory already. First down and 10 for Green Bay.
You don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. Without a doubt, that's a game that you just
Yeah, that's a crazy Pro Bowl type catch right there by Jimmy Graham in the open field, no less.
This offense finding its legs now.
As Green Bay is starting to get its momentum going. Rodgers throws, and it's caught by Devontae Adams, who gets pushed out of bounds by Justin Simmons, and that is second down and 6.
It's a boxing. You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz it, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
They're going to go to a 2-4-5 defense.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary.
And a hard hit. Shelby Harris just took out Aaron Jones for a loss of 2. So it's going to be an interesting position here as they go back to 3rd and 8 for Green Bay. As Rodgers gets hit hard by Von Miller right at the 2-minute warning. First sack of the night for Von Miller and the Denver defense. As that will bring up a very long 4th down situation. Back here in Denver, definitely an odd score. I mean, if you like defensive football, this is for you.
So his job's a little bit easier for this
As Rodgers will kick it to Sanders, who will field it at the 20.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
You're ready for the Denver offense.
Chip shot field goal. And when you go to sideline after chip
As Irway is going to turn it into a scrambling run. And he bowls through some defenders for the first down. The white Mike Vick back at it again. Irway wide open to Philip Lindsay, who misses 2 tackles and gets brought down at the 36. Big gain for Philip Lindsay as now the Denver offense is starting to get a little bit of momentum. As Denver will, keep in mind, Denver will get the ball to start the second half tonight.
He just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I take care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there.
Irway throwing to Emmanuel Sanders. And back to the line they go. Irway drops back, throws a deep ball, and it is batted away. Last second by the Green Bay defense. Jake Butt was the intended receiver on that play.
force the throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The setup to throw.
Murray throws, and it's caught by Sutton, muscling his way past defenders, and that they will call the timeout, the first one of the night for Denver. As the clock stops, the score still sits 3-2 Denver. Definitely a really weird game tonight
As we resume action.
in terms of scoring.
Finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
Murray throws, touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton from 11 yards out, and Denver will take the early lead. Well, had the early lead. Yep. With 30 seconds left, they get ready to kick it off. McManus will kick it right through the pipe to put 9 points and turn it into 10 on this one. Denver will get the ball to start the second half. Right at the pike. And that
Now McManus on to kick this one
McManus
off.
will kick it. And Davis will field it for the goal line.
Davis.
And a hard hit by Hireman as he finally brings it down at the 27.
To the 27-yard line.
So it's a pretty solid return for Miles Davis, as Aaron Jones has been a pretty big part of this Green Bay offense tonight up to this point.
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball.
26 seconds left. They're going with a I set for Green Bay. As Rodgers the pass, and that one fell incomplete. Bradley Roby was all over that one. Play.
Yeah, like they get in the ball in some space in some different ways here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
As Rodgers on the run is Jones gets tripped and gets the first down by barrel rolling. Green Bay will call the timeout.
As they start with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field.
Yeah, it's like the Packers are bringing the heat here. Rodgers throws it. It's picked off at the 39, and Josie Jewell will return it to the 32. What is happening to Green Bay in this half? They could have an opportunity to put more points on the board. Bullet, and it is batted away with 4 seconds left. And I think at this point, Denver might just go for a field goal to go to the locker room with a 13-2 lead. From 49 yards out, in the heavy Denver wind, they have a
He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away.
man back to try to return just in case. McManus will kick it right to the returner. And he will be stopped by Case Keenum. Wow. Going to halftime here in a rather lopsided, interesting game, to say the least. The score is 10-2. Not a lot of offense. Not a lot of defense either. And Denver will get the ball to start the half.
So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain
As rain is actually starting to pick up a bit more here in Denver. As Sanders will try to find a hole, but it didn't exist. For a 26-yard return.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here.
As Dylan Murray will start the half.
I think they go a little bit deeper into the playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about,
and get 1 yard on the play. Second down and 9.
they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
Okay.
Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football.
Whoops.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra
A little bit of a
on third down.
play calling mistake there on second down for the Broncos.
Back to throw. Flushed out right.
And Sanders with the possession catch. 2-yard gain on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in
And
stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good edge scheme going.
Oh,
he flips it, and McManus gets dropped.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They try to fake field goal. It doesn't work out.
I don't think Green Bay was fooled by that one. What do you think? All right, 1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. As let's go NBC's Sounds of the Game, sponsored by Peacock.
Randall Cobb, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just running their height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get over.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
They made a decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know if kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Crosby on now to
Mason Crosby to kick it off. He was under a lot of scrutiny during the week after the field goal miss back in Pittsburgh, which would have tied the game and sent it into overtime after James Conner basically ran over the Packer defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
As the Broncos will start out at the 32. Sanders bullet, and it is incomplete that time, as it was Emmanuel Sanders who was intended on the play, and things get a little chippy, to say the least.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Empty set for Murray and the Broncos. Jake Butt, the completion. It's very unusual to see Dylan Murray under 100 yards passing tonight. So far, I mean, compared to the game in Dallas last week, it's very unusual to see this. However, for the Green Bay defense is holding on, making them go to the underneath play. First and 10 from 43. As he throws to his fullback, Andy Janovich, as Dylan Murray finally cracks 100 yards. And what has been a very odd scoring game on offense in terms of points. Denver has a 2-point lead over Green Bay, 10-8. As Lindsey tries to squeeze out away from some tackles, and he has reached 50 yards on the night as well.
The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and those creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second down and 3 for Denver. As Lindsey gets stopped again. With only 2 yards on the play. They're going to give him it was 1 yard, but they gave him the extra, as you saw. Time of possession on the bottom of the screen.
I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
As Lindsey cuts right through for the first down. That's 6 more yards on the play. Now he's doing this to really tire out the Green Bay defense. Especially when you're down by 2, that's for sure. Murray throws, it's almost intercepted by Emmanuel Sanders. They're really spotlighting him a lot tonight on this defense, for Green Bay. Really interesting to see why they spotlighted him. Is almost picked off. Incomplete. This time it was number 50 Martinez was there on the stop.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Lindsey will go in motion. Lining up in the tight end slot. Going deep downfield, and it is short. Cortland Sutton, which is the intended man. They're getting a little chippy again between these two teams.
It in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 3 straight incompletions.
As Dylan Murray going for the 4th down. Definitely an odd decision there. Hopefully he can bait the defense. Throws incomplete. That's twice, and Denver is not happy.
And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this
As Green Bay is back out on the field.
That's a good play. But maybe what he said to himself is, I'm just not a good proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive. A little twist here.
Well, definitely curious there is the Packers went to their fullback on this play as he was stopped by Todd Davis.
Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
And the tapestry, if you will.
As Aaron Jones will get stopped. There is it's 1 yard on the play. There'll be a stop by Pecco. Yeah, both teams are barely under 150 yards. Green Bay's at 126, Denver's at 168. Is Jones with a big play there, and that's a first down for Green Bay, all the way into Denver territory. And that will be it for the third quarter.
Nothing fancy, not challenging that defense. And on that
Most likely, unless they have enough time or go to the hard count, which they don't seem to be in a big hurry.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break.
As that's the third quarter
On EA Sports.
tonight.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a good one so far.
If you like defense, this is for you. As we're starting in the fourth quarter at the 49-yard line. Aaron Rodgers in the pack. Dylan Murray and the Broncos. Definitely been quite the price of admission if you wanted defense. As he gets caught. Somehow is able to pull it out there with Valles Scanting. Another Green Bay first down.
So excited to be there. They're going to give you a max on each and every play.
He proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have put himself to the point where
As off. It's caught again.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Definitely the start of the play, which was a fumble when Chris Harris hit Jimmy Graham early in the game, definitely seemed to not a lot of momentum from Denver so far. Kind of interesting. As Jones gets free, and Jones will step out of bounds at the 2. He's been slicing up Denver's defense tonight. They're still looking for an answer to try to cover him. And Harris will touchdown Green Bay. 2 yards out, and Aaron Jones will help the Packers take the lead.
And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did.
fundamental football. Good blocking.
And ready to see what they do here.
End result, touchdown.
Mason Crosby goes for 1, and it is almost blocked
Extra point up and good by Crosby.
as the Packers take a 5-point lead.
Successful. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
So if you're the Broncos, you got a lot of time left to march down for a touchdown in the pounding rain that's been getting worse and worse and is supposed to turn to snow tomorrow. What do you do?
Crosby on now to kick it away. It's fielded in the end zone.
Roger Sanders will kneel it in the end zone, and the ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave a great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
Definitely
What decision can do in the chain of events, right?
interesting play here. They got plenty of time.
I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the ball.
Murray goes, and it's almost picked off again. Green Bay's really been all over Denver's deep receivers tonight, especially on defense. Is Murray. Oh, and a hard hit. Oh, wow, he got lucky that wasn't a turnover right there. Yeah, Dylan Murray has been getting pressured really hard from that Denver defense. Touch pass, and it is batted away.
I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know, my mental focus.
Has definitely been a rough game for the Broncos. Seemed like the defense would have had some nice momentum. And it's a flag already. The play looks like it might be on Green Bay on the return team, saying Mager, number 49.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. So this will be accepted as backwards. So the special teams
that puts Dillon at the Green Bay at the 32. And Brandon Marshall with a hard hit on Aaron Jones. The clock keeps on ticking.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time. And that means you got to stop them on defense, not give up the others.
And Rodgers getting chased, and he gets dropped all the way at the 7. Wow. Big hit. This could be a big play here. Third and long. Rodgers still looking. He's going to scramble, and he's going to heave it. It's caught by Randall Cobb from 40 yards out. Whoo! 30 yards from getting heavy pressure. And somehow they're pulling this off.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first.
Would have been the second safety of the night if Denver was able to chase down Rodgers. As Jones gets hit. As Denver will burn another timeout. They'll be left with one, so they're going to have to really go for a lot of outside plays. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. Really curious as to why Vance Joseph is calling those 2 timeouts with how much time they have, plus the 2-minute warning.
It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And Roby nearly played the ball, but Randall Cobb brought it down. Denver needs a big play, and it needs it here.
So it's Packer football here
As Denver has only scored in the second quarter tonight, and they need something real big here on as we get close to red zone territory. And a hard hit. Looks like Jones will muscle his way down. 6-yard gain on the play. As Denver will call the timeout. The time gets interesting. It's getting interesting here in Green Bay, Denver tonight. Next week, Green Bay will head to Arrowhead Stadium and it's another touchdown. Nope. Denver fans aren't happy. And it's getting ugly. As Green Bay is just continuing to run Denver ragged as they spike the clock, and that looks to be it. It looks like Green Bay will get their first win in the Mile High since 2007 in that famous Monday night game between Brett Favre and Jay Cutler which ended on the first play in regulation. As rain stuffed Dylan Murway's offense on against his Denver goes to 3-2 on the season.
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with the laminator? I didn't even know there was a
As with the Chiefs playing tomorrow, they better hope that Denver better hope Kansas does not win tomorrow night at Arrowhead
this has been a presentation of the NFL
against the Cowboys. As the final score tonight from Denver, the Packers escape with a win, and is in a stadium that's been very tough for them historically. Haven't really scored a lot of wins in the Mile High Air. Last time they did was 2007. As again, Green Bay will be playing in Arrowhead next week at 2:30 on CBS. Denver will be going to Arizona in the back half of the Fox London doubleheader Week 6 at 3 o'clock Eastern. As next week on Sunday Night Football, we will have the Battle of Texas between the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. As coming up next on NBC, we'll take you back out to the studio for a recap of tonight's game, followed by a preview of next week's affair between Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans and Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. After that, we'll have an episode of 30 Rock in the East, followed by a rerun of Saturday Night Live out west. From a very wet Denver, Colorado, good night.